A man dressed all in black, including his stylish cavalier hat, waits in the gray fog amongst puddles of stagnant rain. His arms are over-encumbered by his black luggage and a thin black cane. He stands patiently, motionless, until the fog parts for a stagecoach drawn by several black horses. The coach splashes through the puddles with great haste and comes to an abrupt stop directly in front of the man in black. An attendant jumps down from beside the driver and takes the man's luggage, placing it on top of the coach and strapping it down as fast as possible. Then, he assists the man in black, whom has a slight gimp, up into the coach. The cabin is secured, and the attendant rushes back up to his seat beside the driver. The coach makes a U-turn and storms off, back into the blinding fog. Inside the cabin, across from the man in black, rests an elderly man who is slightly frail and dressed eccentrically well in luminous colors that stem from the overall leitmotif of gold. The frail man peers deeply at the man in black as he grapples with handles on either side of him to secure himself as the cabin bounces the two men around like rag dolls. The man in black stares straight across at his wealthy counterpart with a look of fear and desperation as he clutches his cane tightly, trying to steady himself using merely his feet as he bounces from the ravenous pace of the driver. The atmosphere in the cabin is extremely turbulent. Sir Francis Gallagher.
You'd better get a hold of something, priest.
Sir Francis Gallagher coughs ferociously. The priest loosens his coat, revealing a white Catholic collar. In a panic, he immediately grabs hold of two handles on either side of him as he is continuously jostled around. Priest.
Is it honestly necessary that we should travel at this rate of speed?
Sir Francis Gallagher.
What's that, you say? I said, is it necessary that we should travel this fast?
Sir Francis.
What?
Priest.
The speed of the coach. Can we slow it down a bit? Oh, the speed. The speed, you say? I'm sorry. My apologies, but there is little time.
Priest.
No, I'm sorry. I'm confused. What is it exactly that you require of me? In your letter just here, it doesn't not specify exactly.
The priest attempts to retrieve several letters from his coat pocket, which he jostles as they flurry throughout the cabin in a swirl out the window.
In your correspondence, you mentioned 3 daughters. Sir Gallagher, I must admit, I am quite ecstatic meeting you, sir. I mean, a famous senator of the Republic, you helped shape many of the laws of the kingdom. I learned of your lawmaking when I studied at Balliol, Cambridge. Just sitting here now, well, it is an honor. One could say you are responsible for the very structure of civilization that we live in. Just tremendous. Oh, forgive me, I am quite dumbfounded as to what you may require of me.
It all matters little now. I only care for the well-being of my 3 daughters. It is for this reason that you have been summoned to task. Priest.
Me?
Sir Gallagher. I must admit, I too have shared in your own exploits. Very impressive work.
Well, I don't know what you mean.
I am just an old man. I care nothing for the riches this world has granted upon me. I understand now, in my old age, that family, my loved ones, are what is important. I would give up everything for them, you understand. My daughters have been taken ill in a manner for which I cannot describe. But the symptoms are in line with some of the description yourself have written about in your studies abroad. Come with me, you, my daughters, and you shall be blessed with riches beyond comprehension.
I, like you, care little for earthly possessions. Respectfully, my lord, it is not the path to the righteous.
Surely, there's something you want. Save my daughters, priest, and you shall have it. They are all that an old man has left. The stagecoach arrives at an extremely large city estate with an enormous iron gate. The priest and Gallagher exit the coach, and immediately numerous attendants open the gates, grab the luggage, and accompany the priest and Gallagher up a stone pathway to the front of the house. The priest relies on his walking stick to help him on the stroll. Sir Francis Gallagher. What's happened to your leg, priest?
There was an event. I don't know if you happened upon my account of Sealy Road, Eklund.
Say no more, a truly rambunctious soul.
I still carry the scar.
The two approach a luxurious 12-foot tall double door at the front of the estate, which parts like the sea in front of them, revealing a marvelously lit, extravagant interior of gold with only the finest furnishings. Attendants take their coats and offer them both hot mugs of tea and hors d'oeuvres. The priest takes a mug and an hors d'oeuvre as the church choir sings. Priest.
Thank you. You're too kind. Is Miss Gallagher around? I should like to offer her my blessings.
Please, accompany me to my study, priest. Cedric, light the fires. It is getting brisk out. Priest and Sir Francis proceed up a large staircase. Cedric lights several large fires throughout the estate in large pits. Gallagher and the priest adjourn to the study with their mugs of hot tea. Attendants stand at the ready, and some offer more refreshments. A tremendous fire pit floods the room with light. Between Gallagher and the priest is a large table. A servant lays out a lengthy document between the two.
Servant.
More tea, sir?
Priest.
Thank you. No, I'm fine. What's all of this, Sir Francis? Just a small contract. The priest fans through an extremely large document. We are a very private family here, you see. I need your word that you will not go off publishing what you see here in one of your novels of exploits. You shall not even speak a word of it, ever, to anyone, upon pain of death. Is that understood? Abundantly. However, I'm not sure I can sign such a contract. What you witness here this night must stay confined to these very walls. Please sign this document. Read through it if you must. Take a moment to ready yourself. I shall have my daughters prepared for your examination.
Well, you're back.
Please, priest. We have little time to waste. My daughters depend on you. I depend on you.
Priest.
I understand that you are an avid collector. Yes, it is so. I
Nice to do business.
must confess that it is no coincidence my having accepted your proposal to come here. I'm not sure I get your meaning.
Priest.
It has come under the attention of my network of resources at the Vatican that you are in possession of various cursed and sacred artifacts. If I am to do this deed, then you are to hand over any and all of these items at my discretion for my fee. Well, now that all of our cards are on the table, I accept your terms, priest. What other choice do I have? Take them. They have done nothing but bring pain and pestilence to this threshold.
Priest.
Then we have an accord. In all honesty, you would be doing me a favor by removing these items. I just hope you understand the dangerous nature of these artifacts. How do you mean? Let's just say the items of which you speak are locked away in the vaults where they can do no more harm to anyone else. Now, are you going to sign or not? Tell me where the vault is first. Very well. But it will do you no good. The vault is located in the upper east end of the estate. In the observatory, near the east balcony. I wear the only key here, around my neck. I must warn you, however, it is unwise to disturb such things, as I have found out at great cost. The priest begins to sign the contract. The house begins to shake and to shudder. Don't mind that. We have been experiencing these tremors. Our geological advisors mutters on and on something about fault lines. And if you could just initial there, and here. Cedric, ready, my daughters. Priest, prepare yourself, for what you are about to witness will truly be a testament of your faith. Geological.
No, please, I beg of you, you can't do this.
Strange.
I don't see why not.
The sound of brass banging and latching, accompanied by heinous screams, is heard. The Sicilian, a frail and bony elderly man, is shoved and latched into an ample brass bowl with considerable charring under its underbelly and up around its outer brass epidermis. His chains rattle inside the bull as his screaming echoes are amplified by the brass container, with the sound traveling out of the bull's ears and mouth like a megaphone. Odin awakes and looks on from the inside of a wooden tub. Chains imprison him. Strange lights the tail of a rag stuffed inside of a ceramic bottle and hurls it onto a pile of wood stacked underneath the bull's belly. As the ceramic container shatters, a large flame erupts. The screams of the Sicilian grow more intense.
Pain teaches lessons a scholar never could.
Odin groggily becomes aware of his chains and rattles them violently, unsettling the water, intending to escape his neck-deep bath. He pulls a splinter of wood from the tub and picks at his locks.
Those digits will get you into trouble.
Strange pulls a large pair of shears out of a shithole, slinging excrement off of its blades. The foul, bald, achromatic creature reveals himself to be a dark elf, dressed in nothing more than a tattered leather apron. He approaches Odin.
That is unsanitary. What is it that you are going to do with those?
Strange, with the shears, begins lopping off Odin's fingers randomly. Odin's screams ring out, joining harmoniously with the Sicilian. Blood gushes in spurts from his hands. The Sicilian begins slowly roasting inside the pool.
No! Not that one! I need that one!
Strange lops off Odin's middle finger as Odin cries out.
Do you hear that?
Strange lops off one of Odin's ears.
Interesting response.
Strange pulls Odin's ear out of the tub of water, biting into it. He pulls away from it with his hand, stretching the ear until it snaps, and then proceeds to snack on it. Strange takes a flat plate from the fire under the brass bowl and singes Odin's nubby fingers, giving off the sound of a fire being quenched and the smell of roasted human flesh. He then pours milk and honey over Odin's head. Flies begin to hover around Odin. Strange then retrieves a bucket of maggots and worms. He disperses its contents over Odin as he weeps in the tub.
Eat my pets.
Daughters of the two fingers, and gathering place of champions who It's all a bit much for me, in truth. I'm still looking for my own purpose. It's all a bit much for me, in truth. I'm still looking for my...
Well, I took you for dead. No matter, it's all the same. Lay out your arms then.
Inside a metal cage in the omnipotent ruin,
But she has a
Prim
for spirit.
weeps. The cage in which she resides is roughly a size smaller than her body, which has already experienced massive weight loss. The cage hangs from the gallows as crows pick at her bones. Prim. Exhausted, Prim loses consciousness. There is the sound of the chamber opening as Strange enters her cell. Strange lays out a large satchel of syringes across a table. He pulls a gory surgical mask up over his face and directs a magnifying device over Prim and attempts to revive her, slapping Prim's face and opening her eyelids with his raunchy fingertips. He places clamps in her eyes and strokes his hands across a coveted platter of needles. He selects one. And squeezes a stringy, slimy sludge out of the syringe. The sludge catches the air, producing a web-like stream. Yes. Alright, Thorium. Let us see what this does, shall we? Petrotoxin ejects the nerves, opening their sodium channels and causing paralysis, essentially shutting off the entire body's ability to communicate with itself. I am much fond of this. Strange methodically directs the needle's prick, injecting it into the cornea of Prim's eye.
Oh, Harry Comacost, is my podium in order?
Comocast.
Almost, Master Hearsay.
Hearsay slaps Comocast.
I swear we shall be burgled before nightfall for your incompetence.
Comocast.
Yes, Master. Forgive me. Tomorrow, the podium should be prepped before I arrive. If there is a tomorrow, you throw off my vest with your dabbling. Make it so, or you shall meet the fate of Micah. Micah, my lord?
Hearsay.
You are his predecessor. He's dead. Yes, Master. This way, Master Hearsay. Okay. Let me see here. What happened in this day? Oh, good heavens! Missing the souls of 6 as of the last fortnight. Dimitri Francois, Juliette Montesquieu, Devon Bellecour, Edward Bellon Bella Louis Danziger, and one Patricia Twas, all thought to be kidnapped by him, who has been dubbed the Cleaner. The count has now reached up to 67 missing children since the last harvest moon alone, which has almost doubled since the last cycle. And it seems that now the Cleaner is also targeting young girls as well as young boys. And a total of 136 reported lost children believed stolen in the last 2 cycles. In other news, Attila Vargas, Great General of the 45th Regiment, has been quartered in the bowels of the dungeon, since members of the Senate, led by the new Tribune, General Lightus Figure, descendant of Mars of the Knights of Old, of the House of Verses, champion of the Citadel, deemed so yesternoon. His judgment awaits the return of High Court Minister Manson for arraignment. Pardon me, gents. I have to take a wicked shit. Hold me down, Comacus. I've grown much too fat.
At the doorstep of an innkeeper, a Nubian, his wife, and 2 daughters stand. They are cloaked. The rain pours down atop their heads. They beat on the inn's door. Fumbling around is heard from inside the inn. The innkeeper opens the squeaky door. This reveals a gruesome old man. The unsightly-looking innkeeper shocks the black man and his family with his hideousness.
Hello?
Open the damn door!
Innkeeper. Lovely weather we're having this evening. Have you coins?
Plenty.
Simon attempts to enter, but the innkeeper blocks his passage.
Get out of my way!
I'm sorry, but you'll have to speak the password.
I'll kill you!
Good evening, ladies. So, precious. They remind me of my daughters. The password was currency.
Shyman pulls out a sack and jingles it. The old man springs open the door and steps aside.
Right this way, my lord. Welcome to the Grandiosa.
A rat scurries across the floor. The innkeeper stomps it to death.
Fuck! Rat! Kill him! Hampton! Quick, motherfucker! Die! Fuck! It bit me! Fuck you! ROUSs. They check in, but they don't check out.
The innkeeper gives the rat one last stomp.
The best lodgings in town. This way, sir, madam, little ones. Something to eat? You must be starved. Let me fetch you some exotic meats to dine on, Hampton. Fetch their cloaks and hang them.
A hideous creature emerges.
Hampton. Yes, my keeper.
Hampton assists guests, gimping around and taking their clothes, then taking their belongings to their room.
Shaman.
No, please. Give my daughters their cloaks. They chill easily.
If you insist, I shall light the fires, if it pleases you. It has grown quite chilly. Portia! We have guests. Take a seat, you must. Here. No. What? Here. No, over here. In the dining area. Here. Come on. It's okay. We won't flog you. Hey, if we were gonna flog you, you'd be dead. The little ones. But no time for comedy, weary travelers. Ye must be. Fear not. My daughters will attend to your needs. Have you thought of taking on a second wife by any chance?
What?
Portia! Plague! Guess we have this night! Portia! God damn it! Guess! Hampton! Come hither!
Hampton scurries over to the innkeeper.
Check on the girls. And here, dispose of this.
The Nubians watch as the innkeeper drags the large, mutilated rat over to Hampton. He then murmurs something to Hampton.
Take that to the kitchen.
Almost in a blur, a petite, tall, and slender beast bursts through some saloon doors with a pitcher of wine. She is extremely quick and almost magically lays out an entire table full of food in front of the guests. A baked pan of dough, odd vegetation, strange meats, and the Grandiosa's signature crystallized sugar. 4 bright white hands in a glimpse protrude from the cloak of Shaman's daughters as they snake vibrant colors of candy dressed as various rock formations. Innkeeper.
Portia, slow down. Come, speak a word to our guests.
Portia pauses for a moment beside the innkeeper, giving the guests their first good glimpse of her. She has very jackal-like features, and not in an attractive way, with rotten dog-like teeth, which she reveals with a great big smile. Her hair is like the mane of a jackal as well. Her legs are long but with a dog-like shape. She also has a tail, which wags. Hell, I probably say Portia.
Hello, lovelies. I'm Portia. Anything you be needing during your stay, just give me a holler.